afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master Propaganda. We're off here to 1 vs 1 on Bayeux, in the north of the SturmtigerGiap himself, fighting for America, freedom, democracy. Taking on the role here of the 2nd Armored Division with Urban Assault, Armor Company, and Recon support, featuring children's bulletins versus south. It is, well, Den Sovende, which means the sleeping dragon in Danish, and that's actually Aimstrong. You know, figured to explain that one there. Fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Taking on the role here of the 2nd Panzer Division. Here we got defensive, we got German infantry, and we got our Sturm doctrine. With double infantry, Panzerfaust here, certainly the most common selection of Wehrmacht doctrines at the moment. Since currently, Wehrmacht meta games sort of focus around the idea that the common grenadier isn't particularly great, so they want the Sturm out to compensate for that and want to go for German infantry to then get them better, recently faster. Meanwhile, Giap is going for recon support, featuring raid tactics, INR Pathfinders, airdrop combat groups, M8 Greyhounds, and the M83 cluster bombs, triple infantry. We got Rapid westwards here for Giap, the reasons there, and we got Aimstrong still going west and east here. And as always, please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and press the bell button. That would make me awfully happy. You can show that support the way. I'm of course also big thanks to my paid supporters who make me happy on a monthly basis by pledging on Patreon. You too can join the ranks by pledging on Patreon. Links in the description, or you can just pop a donation. That would also make me very happy. We got a 3rd grenadier squad away for Aimstrong. So very likely aiming here for German infantry doctrine place. And again, you want to go for a lot of grenadiers for that one. Or at least most players like to go for a lot of grenadiers to take advantage of that one as much as possible. We got the INR Pathfinders out there for Giap. INR standing for intelligence and reconnaissance. Rapid setting out there. Grenadiers moving through the centre. 3rd grenadier squad they're moving out here for Aimstrong. He's moving towards the centre and not a hard push for the fuel. First shots fired here by the centre victory point. Grenadiers versus rifle squad. Car 9 TKs versus the M1 Garand. Shots going back and forth here. Tank traps in the west here by the western victory point. Bit of a standoff in the centre between Giap and Aimstrong. Neither player allowing the other one to maybe get ahead of them. They're certainly wary of each other. They know the other side's really good, so they're not taking any chances here. We got a 4th grenadier squad there for Aimstrong. Again, heavy grenadier build. Giap here probably going to take up soon. I'd guess the lieutenant. They could go for the captain here with the access to Greyhounds and the pack. Or the airdrop combat group. We might see that. In fact, you might see the lieutenant captain build, which tends to be somewhat popular with that. You got Rapid and Pathfinders versus the Grenadiers. Grenadiers being slowly played out here, but the 2 forces Grenadiers moving up here. Parney's got the centre victory point. Aimstrong in stuff is not focusing on the fuel point at all. Looking to seize control of the centre of the map, and is supposed to use that to disrupt his opponent's movement, I guess. But it's still pretty risky since he does, you know, potentially open up for Giap just getting him in terms of fuel, and that way just rushing at him, which could be pretty disastrous for Aimstrong. So it's definitely tactically interesting what Aimstrong is doing here. It's not something you see very often. It used to be problem that players would just focus so much in the centre they forgot about the field entirely, which was really silly. But we got Grenadiers versus Reasons, using suppressing volleys here, or volley fire to try to suppress the Grenadiers, but then light cover. Plus, of course, the Reasons make themselves easier to hit, but there you go, they do suppress the Grenadiers. Sadly, there's nothing around here for Giap to really take advantage of the suppressed Grenadiers. It's like, you know, yeah, we got them pinned to the ground. Now what, Sergeant? I don't know. Bit of skirmishing there. And he's moving about here. He's in fuel point finally. Rifleman out and back here. No tech yet here for Giap. No tech yet. That's actually a bit rare. Most American players at this point would attack, but Giap is holding back here, perhaps trying to figure out what Aimstrong's up to, or perhaps making some internal monologue where he's like deciding with himself, you know, about it. I don't know, but it is a possibility. Aimstrong meanwhile has teched up. And could go here for fast Pantheronists, more like to go for like the Mechanized Company. Sadly, most players go for the heavy grenadier builds and don't bother with stormtroopers or panzer grenadiers, unfortunately. But there you go, Rapid charging the grenadiers. Grenadiers down to 2 men, very, very low in health. Rapid closing in there, pushing them back. Grabbing these some fuel panic up maneuver by Giap. Also risking Pioneers being cut off if Aimstrong is not careful. Moving for the victory point here as well. We get a 5th grenadier squad there for Aimstrong. Perhaps expecting the Grenadiers to be wiped. He just wants to go for 5 Grenadiers. Either way, 5th Grenadier squad here for Aimstrong. That's going to be a pretty heavy like push with veteran Grenadiers here from Aimstrong then. That's going to put a lot of pressure on with Giap. I want to try to make it very great from as it goes here for the platoon command post, since 50 cal will be very handy in dealing with them. So we'll of course have to follow us up there. But Grenadiers was rifling here by these some fuel pump trying to push out those armies off the point. My god, Ludwig's is stealing our fuel! Yeah, well, technically, they're kind of stealing our fuel from everybody else. Well, shut up, Fritz. Shut up. And go get the siphon. His commander's Panzer is running out of fuel again. And those troops here, we're going to like to make an extra bit bank up there for Aimstrong. Ambulance over there for Giap. A lot of infantry from both sides, for sure. This is going to be an infantry intense fight. Very infantry intense. Gunners versus the Pathfinders. Gunners moving up here as well. No light machine guns up. This is again likely German infantry, but it requires 2 command points. It's probably holding back in there. But at the same time, you typically just don't see like Ostrom or defensive doctrine after this point because, you know, you're going to go for it right away to get out the Ostrom. So he's obviously not fooling anyone. He just, you know, I suppose can't be bothered. 2-2 on the way there for Aimstrong. Like to punch his Speedwagon, and there we go. German infantry to the surprise of, well, no one really. And of course features the 250 half-track, veteran squad leaders, stormtroopers, assault and hold, and the fragmentation bomb. Going for the eastern fuel point again. Yeah, they're definitely getting a bit ahead. 2-2 almost down there for Aimstrong. Holding up there. Obviously, where Aimstrong's going to make a push to the fuel point, he's well dug in there. But he needs to be careful not to get too defensive because it could mean he ties down his force into like one spot, which allows Aimstrong just to push it. But there you go. Instead, we got a counter-attack on the west here. Giap goes in the offensive. Aimstrong's going to lead us in a bit of trouble there. Going to lead us all taking loss. Quickly retreats. Still having nabbed a few catches there off Giap. In the center, we got one grenade calling up the east side. We're going to move a bit of movement there as well. So far, the Giap's taking great map control. That's about to change with the 2-2 arriving like a rock through the wind. And he actually goes for Pentagonadies. He did lose a Grenadier squad here. Or perhaps he cancelled. I don't know. Quickly check. No, he didn't went for it. Okay, so brief consider went for cancel. It went for Pentagonadiers. Nice. Also gives him a slightly more balanced force composition. Got a Stuart lighting on there from Giap. And of course in the pinch he can equip him with Panzerschrecks, though. Not a huge fan of that, but we'll have to see. He could do it. He could do it. To pursuing the rifle squad here, going hard at it. Landing some nice hits. He's in the point here. Reason's moving about. Grabbing points to light tank halfway done. Back here, troops good to go there for Aimstrong and the German army. Victory points wise, it's a tiny lead here for Giap and the 5th Armored Division. Reason's right here with the 2-2. They like to punch his Speedwagon. Aimstrong just looking to cut off Giap's resource flows. Just move about there. Very nice. To a light tank's about to arrive. We'll have to see what he goes for. There you go. We got the veteran squad away for the Grenadiers plus the Pack 40, so he's ready for the light vehicle. But at the same time, he's not going for Panzerschrecks to solve that particular problem. At least not for now. Still lighting on the way there for Giap, the M5A1. Was, I believe, he initially used this reconnaissance vehicle, but actually was switched over to infantry support once the Greyhound took over there as reconnaissance vehicle. Would be joined in by this M8 Scott as well. The role of infantry support. Little fun fact there. Lieutenant with a bazooka. Zooming about here. We got Telemines down there for Aimstrong. Very good. Thumbs up. Some players tend to neglect laying down Telemines, but laying down the right place they can be quite disruptive. Taking out a light tank or, you know, significantly damaging a medium tank can be quite helpful. Plus the heavy engine damage is also very good. So thumbs up the Aimstrong for laying down Telemines. Got a 5th coming with it for Giap to help deal with Aimstrong's infantry plus the light vehicle. Aimstrong's managed to turn that control around here versus Giap with the initial lead. Good play there from both sides so far. No real mistakes. And good maneuvering as well. Pathfinder ring up in the fire from the 2-2, the armored car. Punching over this auto-cannon and coaxial machine gun. Still lighting interesting in a hit there on the 2-2. Looks like Aimstrong's going to try and bait it into the Telemine. Does Giap take the bait? No, Giap does not take the bait. Refusing to rise to Aimstrong's baiting. Gunners bring up east side here. They got 2 veterans in the squad side here for Aimstrong. And a sniper now. I mean, this is definitely not your common German infantry build. I mean, sure, 4 Grenadiers, but landing on Panzers a bit erratic. And then there's a sniper. Noting, of course, there's no MG42 all here for Aimstrong. So, definitely a somewhat atypical Wehrmacht build. Not, of course, completely new and, like, twisted to see what the devil is doing, you know, new. But it's certainly off the beaten path there. Grab the point, these Grenadiers. We've got Rifle Squadron, we've got the sniper bombs down there for Aimstrong. Moving on the west side with the Grenadiers. To jump against the Pathfinders, firing with the coaxial machine gun and the ultra cannon. Sniper almost done. Got Ralph Squad sending up here. Pack 40 in a bit of trouble there. Good flank by Giap. Sensing weakness, plus got the Pack 40 as well. They can actually quickly out the Pack 40 if Aimstrong's not fast enough, since anti-tank guns do not get suppressed when the 50 cal can do full damage. But there you go, Panzer 2 being on the flank of the 50 cal, stopping that. We got troops on the west wall. This will go down here for Aimstrong, and there we go. Gets a wipe. Stuart light tank moving up. Need to be careful about the Pack 40. Could take out the 2-2 at least flank the Pack 40 over that. Stuart is being pushed back, taking heavy damage here for the Panzer at the Canone. Panzer's moving up to cover the flank of the armor or the anti-tank gun there. But I don't think they can actually manage it. We got gunners being held up though. We got troops from the north here from Giap. Heavy fighting here, and there you go, Panzer's down there. We got the sniper moving up as well. They're getting a nope, not getting a kill actually. Giap falls back by the same substitution the point, and we got here the airdrop combat group inbound for Giap and the 5th Armored Division. Paratroopers on a pack cards going to add some pressure there to Aimstrong, but how will Giap react to a sniper this late? How will he react? Meanwhile, Aimstrong's going for gunners to replace the ones lost. Back in after the third going there for Aimstrong and the German army. Start hanging back here. Pack 40 position. Bit risky position since like gets rushed. It's going to be very difficult to get away since there's not like a lot of easy escape paths. Plus there's blind spots here. So not, I would say, the safest position there for the anti-tank gun by Aimstrong. But he's quickly rousing them moving ahead. Getting most of the fuel pond there. Very good. Still moving up here. Back here to reinforcing healing. Got the pack cards ready as well. But so far no usage there. Adding the double Brownings there to the paratroopers. Going for that western fuel pond to defend it from the Germans, the Krauts. And there goes Stuart light tank up. They're going to use out in the open. Bit easy target for the Stuart light tank. Farmfinders bringing that gun into the block in the way. 5th gun to send. There you go, roughing it off. Pathfinders narrowly dodged that one, but they do dodge. And there you go, Panther fast off with the Stuart light tank. Damaging Giap's light tank. Going to force it out of the fight for a brief while, unless he wishes to risk losing it to the Pack 40 or some other shenanigans down under Aimstrong's command. Can call in the Greyhound now, but certainly the question of course is if Giap may not want to like go for the tech for the Major and the Sherman, but he could try and go for a Greyhound, add some more light vehicles now, try and overwhelm Aimstrong and gain map control with it. And there we go, he does go for the Greyhound, he does commit to a heavy light vehicle build. We get a line here established by Aimstrong. Lagging machine guns make it hard for him to slow down Giap here, to be honest. It doesn't between the paratroopers. They get 50, ends up not committing fully here. Still pushing away there. Aimstrong from less than fuel. He's almost got the eastern one connected as well. There we go. Giap back to getting map control here over Aimstrong. Graham moving in there. Cuts it up for deep flank here. No munitions for the 50 cal there. Well, actually, he's not in the territory for it. Never mind. Ralph's called there. Almost wiped. A great rough there by Aimstrong. Could get a wipe here, possibly. Oh! He just narrowly spotted the telemine. And he was getting the wipe there. That was the wipe there. That's pretty close. There you go, Graham going in on the flank. But there you go, Pack 40 nearby. Also looks like he spots it. Or at least his pack sense was tingling. Quickly cleaning out that telemine. Stuart's thinking to hit down the 222 armored car. Aimstrong is starting to take out there. Moving from medium armor. It's a Panzerwaffe. Then pulling back, we got mines down here from Giap. Note these are light entered vehicle mines. Not really much in terms of like permanent damage, but even then they can like briefly slow vehicle down there a bit, in which can allow you to like maybe disrupt an attack or, you know, get some easy kills in there. And this gun is being suppressed with the 50 cal. Stuart being covering the flank. Pathfinder's heading up here. Still not grabbing the pack howitzer. I'm a bit drawn on that one. It can stand to some extent on the map here. It's a much larger map, so it's not quite as easy to set up a good spot for the pack cards. But even then, it is a pack cards. It's still, I think, going to be used effectively as Aimstrong. Plus, it still has something like the pack 40 where the pack cards will be pretty great. Or it could just be used as a defense on a better point, you know, more important points, and just have them within range of that and just hammer the Germans as they try to grab it. So you need some fuel point here. Giap could begin taking up here, and that'd be a very strong idea. We got 4 and 8 versus 4 and 1. There you go. Pack 40 opening up. Push here through the center by Giap for freedom, democracy. West side is still bringing up. The Pathfinder's hanging about as well. Back here, troops reinforcing. He finally crews up the pack cards are there. Thumbs up to Giap. They could have done it much sooner. Stuart lighting on the west side here. Giap looking to hound and disrupt Aimstrong. Made hard for Aimstrong to do what he wants. He's built the support core though. He could rush for an Austrian, but my instinct tells me he's probably going to go for the Panther Force, since that's, shall we say, more conventional choice here. But He could go for the Austrian, and I think would be quite powerful here versus Giap at the moment, since Giap has no real anti-tank weapons. He's got like one bazooka, and that's it. I mean, there's the two light vehicles, but I don't think he'd like be able to stop the Austrian there on his own. Two being suppressed. Assault stalling him. There you go. Ralph's got flanking in here. Storming from the other side, but rather than being easily cut to ribbons out in the open and routed under ruthless and merciless fire there from Aimstrong and the German army. Meanwhile, he's also moving up the east side, with capturing territory there from Giap. Giap that could respond with his light vehicles, to be honest, but he is not, at least not yet, finding himself more pressured by Aimstrong's center maneuvers. Sniper gets a kill there for the glory of Deutschland. Troops reinforcing healing. Back here. There we go. We do get the Panther of Aimstrong. Very solid pick there, of course. But yeah, it's going to have a bit of a harder time with this again. He has one bazooka. One bazooka. And this is companies too. So that's not quite going to cut him in. But in the actual war, one bazooka, of course, could, you know, like stop a tank. And of course, had this been a Hollywood movie, it would have stopped it. Definitely. Like, you know, from behind, like, you know, brick house. Somehow. We're scrambling about the paratroopers turning up the rear, and we've got Rifle in center Grenadiers. Center we got Pioneers holding up, we got the Stuart Light Tank, Pack House of 5th Cavalry watching over it. Giap yet to take up, he's got plenty of fuel, they could get away with it now. But now the tank has arrived here for Aimstrong. Für das Vaterland. Pioneers in the center wipe the Pack House shot, splattered them across the ground here, depriving Aimstrong away of repairing his panzers for a while, and of course losing a minestrooper team in the process. That said, he's up against the Americans. These mines is not something else to hugely worry about, because most American players rarely lay them down. But again, Giap did lay one down, so taking the hole. Oh, Ralph's coming to the hole of the Grenadiers there. Not great, plus the Panther 4. Ooh, wiped out. A bit of blow there to Giap. We got the sun round here in the Panther 4. Gunners continuing now from the Pack House. We got 5th coming as well there. Minute chance of wipe on the Grenadiers. Minute, but it does exist. Rifling off the 5th cal though. Nice hit, almost taking out the entire machine. Crew's going to have to retreat their Pack House. Hopefully to get a better position. Giap still not taking up. We got decent fuel point back. He's got so much fuel, to be honest, but he's not quite utilising him versus Aimstrong. Of course, Aimstrong is taking advantage. There you go, wiping the 50 caliber crew. And destroying it. Not allowing good German hands to be tainted by such American filth. My God, they might get fat or something. Yeah. Have you seen those Americans? They got like these huge fat hands. So fat. We can hear you, you know. Shut up, American. We don't care about your feelings. We are German. We don't have feelings. We have Kruppstil and Porsche engines. Fresh Pioneers out of the Aimstrong. Still going for the kill there. Pack shoots, misses. And we got final attack there for Giap. He'll be able to push for a Sherman reasonably well paced, though still somewhat behind here. Aimstrong's Panzer IV. Of course, he may also go for Jackson instead. Still, Giap controls both fuel points. It means to maintain the fuel points as they are. I mean, he should be able to overwhelm Aimstrong with tanks at a reasonably good pace. Plus, he's got the cluster bombs, so if I can catch Pack 40 with that at the right time, maybe a cluster of Aimstrong's forces, he could deliver quite a blow there. Sorry about that. Got a bit of a cold. Nice hit in the Grenadiers by the Pack Howitzer. Panther 4 moving out. Backed up by the Panzer Grenadier and the Pioneer. Fun fact, there also existed Panzer Pioneers, which were basically what Panzer Grenadiers were to Grenadiers, Panzer Pioneers were to Pioneers. They're basically tougher bastards compared to the Panzer Grenadiers. On top of that, you also then had Fighting Pioneers, which are again basically even more tough as nail bastards. Would really pull off some absolutely crazy stuff there for some North Africa. So, little fun fact. There you go. Nice attempt there using the Panther 4 and the Bun Grenade to then sort of try and prevent them from easily treating the force into the bung grenade. That was a really ace move there by Aimstrong. Didn't quite pan off there, but had it worked out, been brutal, and still got the wipe though. I think that's the first time I've seen someone trying to use the Panzer IV to influence the pathing and force, you know, something into a grenade. That was just beautiful play there. Beautiful. I doubt Giap shares the same sentiment. Pioneers bring back, got the power pods coming down. They got 2 kills, eventually 2 there. Giap can now go for the Sherm. Of course, he may be playing the Jackson tank destroys Z. Aimstrong's not far from another Panzer IV. There you go. We do get the M36 Jackson there for Giap. He also may want to consider getting up some weapon racks eventually. Some extra bazookas could do it quite good here for Aimstrong. Of course, BARs would help him out a lot. Though at that point, he's starting to run a bit of infantry, so it may not end up mattering. Still, Aimstrong there leading a good counterattack. He getting back most of the map here versus Giap and the Americans. Jackson halfway done. Panzer being fixed up at the front line. Bit risky there by Aimstrong. Bit risky. Stuart Light taking out and getting the Germans out in the open. Then nice hit there. Then we got 7 kills to the Stuart Light tank, the M5A1. And they're standing back to heal themselves, do a bit of first aid. And Jackson's about to be done. Then he's supposed to Stuart. Ooh, close one there for the pack howitzer. We got 6 Sylvester on that one. This pack here going for the Stuart, but they almost got the gun, to be honest. Very close there. And Aimstrong supposed to fall back. Got the major rushing head here. Snub with the landing kills. We got 15 kills, almost 2 majors about to get wiped out there. Oh dear, not great. There we go. Good hit from the Jackson, the Panther IV. Gremlin on the flank on this squad, almost taken out here with the pack howitzer shot. Panther IV down to half health here. Jackson misses. Another Panther IV there, ready for Aimstrong. For das Vaterland. As the Panther IV quickly falls back, pack IV ready to deal with any American armor charging head there. And there you go. Almost taking up the Panther IV with Jackson. Jackson takes it from the pack 40. If he can't clear out the pack 40, of course, he could allow the Jackson to rush ahead here. Yeah, he got the pack though. He got the pack. Too good. Go down. Can he get to the pack though in time and Grampton against Aimstrong? I don't think he can. We got another Panther ready here. He's using the train to hide it out there. Take a bit hard there for Giap to prevent it. There you go. Good hit on the lieutenant. Almost takes out the entire unit with a single high explosive shot there from the Panther IV. Points are down to 300. Jackson then being pulled back further for repairs. Back here to reinforcing. I mean, Giap could consider soon going for the captain just to get out some anti-tank and see if this is Aimstrong. And Aimstrong is going pretty aggressively ahead here with his Panther IV, wiping out the pack howitzer crew. Jackson shoots, hits a tree, blowing apart a small family of squirrels. Bring up the east side here for Giap. Good versus Stuart, and there you go. He is going for the pack Panther IV with that. Using the shell shock ability there. Pack 40 hanging back. Pack out to recruit. That back hit troops reinforcing healing. Jackson halfway done there. For Giap. For freedom. Democracy. Got the shielding out the advancing grenadiers. Backed up with the Panther IV. Slight maneuver in the eastern side for Giap. Very good, very good. Straight to the Jackson. There you go. Penetrate bazooka fire though. Fails to penetrate. And the Stuart is out of the war. Nasty blow there for Giap. Meanwhile, fires. We got the Tutu going for the major. Gonna try and finish him off there. Good move by Aimstrong. Got cluster bombs calling the grenadiers. Can Aimstrong rack in time? Does he care even? So grenadiers taking some damage. But actually gets no kills with that. Better waste the barracks, but I guess he was just doing it to like maybe see if he couldn't force retreat than Aimstrong. But Aimstrong did not care about the gun sector reinforcement. That's a bit of bad time there by Aimstrong, to be honest with that. Almost costing the Grenadier squad. There you go. Panther IV lands a great hit. 2 Panther IVs. They just a significant issue here for Giap and his forces. Jackson lands a great hit. Pack 40 nearby, could actually win by infantry cleared up. Rolf got his Grenadiers here. The fighting is very intense. Pathfinder's paratroops, Lieutenant being blood apart here, but he gets the Pack 40, allowing the Jackson to go for the Panther IV. But in the end, ends up having to retreat. Rifling here and the retreating troops trying to get a wipe there, but Giap does avoid that. Close one though, close one though. Aimstrong at this point could just go for another Panzer IV, and he would not, I think, be entirely missed for that. Gunny's bringing in, need to be careful with that Greyhound, but at the same time has a chance, I think, for the canister shot. There we go. Oh, the canister bomb didn't go off there, but there's still a chance of getting wiped on the Grenadiers. But no, third Panzer IV then wait for Aimstrong. Back here, troops reinforcing healing for Giap, fixing up the Jackson tank destroyer. Pancars rifling westwards there for Giap. SturmtigerGiap. Panzer IV's need repairs. Back here, troops reinforcing this thing out. Situation though for Giap is looking pretty rough though, pretty rough. Having a hard time contending with Aimstrong's forces. It's not impossible, but there's only a chance they go great on the 2-2. Half 8 to 52 on that tank destroyer as well. Pack 40 getting the weight once more. And the third, whoops, Panzer IV is ready for Aimstrong. Deutschland. An understrength Panzer platoon here versus Giap, who only has one Jackson tank on the bazooka to try and stop that. He's going to need more tank destroyers, going to need Shemps. I think have a better chance versus all those Panzer IVs. They're going to be can muster more firepower. Aimstrong could be in a bit of trouble hitting on Giap, but there you go. We actually got something on a flank, but for that anti-tank support, I don't think that flank's going to make like a lot of progress, since the Panzer IVs could just shut it down. Jackson moves in, there we go. Could I get into the tank wrapping up? They got Gunnies charging the Pathfinders. Panzer got wiped out. Peridge as well there. Not there on the Panzer IV. Could take it out. He could actually end up losing the Panzer IV because he ends up doing a lot here. Aimstrong, oh, Giap's almost got it here. He's shooting through the hedges. Oh, so close there, but the terrain betrays him. And the Panzer IV survives. Second Panzer IV moving in. Terminal away there for Giap. Panzer IV off there. Not quite well timed there. Still, the Jackson is being forced back, though it is very, very close to 22. Panzer IV's going for a blitz here. Aimstrong's going for the kill. He's going for the kill. He's going for the jugular here. Panzer IV down to half health. Is he trying to bait Giap here, or is he being overly risky here? Hard to say there. Hard to say. We got another Panzer IV moving in. Is this a bait to, like, allow another Panzer IV to take it out? And there you go. Loses the Panzer IV. We got the other Panzer IV moving in, but it's already damaged here. Looks like Aimstrong, in fact, might make a bad call. We could see an tank rough enough to take on the Panzer IV. Sherman almost done as well there. Now it's going to make use of the range, then finish off the Panzer IV. Aimstrong, I think, made some bad calls here, getting overconfident due to sheer numerical superiority in his panzers. He thinks Giap easier than he actually is, and Giap sees Aimstrong's mistake, and he punishes him like an annoyed schoolmaster with a really annoying pupil, slapping him down. Thumbs up there to Giap. That was definitely some reckless play there by Aimstrong, but I'm guessing he figured just get rid of that Panzer IV, or the Jackson, I mean, and no problem. But he didn't. And now Giap actually, I think, has a chance to like establish a comeback here versus Aimstrong, though it's going to be a bit tough there nonetheless. Like, Aimstrong now has most of the map. He's also getting most of the victory points, so it's not going to be easy for Giap, but the opportunity, I think, is definitely there. Moving back with the Sherman at the west side here. Gunnies standing about. Roughly those Gunnies in the centre. Lieutenant joining him. Got the power funds backing up. He's 6 kills. Sherman lighting troops there. Switch over to high close round, by the way. Panzer IV, Pack 4 moving for the centre. Get another Panzer IV there waiting for Aimstrong. Panzer IV opening up the Sherman, but the shot misses. And of course, another thing worth noting about the Panzer IVs that Aimstrong lost, these were his most veteran ones. It was not like his least veteran one he tossed away, and that was his most veteran ones. They've not great. They got a cluster bomb as well. Going to try and take out the entire force of Giap. A momentary weakness there, possibly shotting the white. And no! Retreat popped in quite up. Some poor bastard did get caught, but he did avoid all 3 of those squads getting wiped there. Nice attempt there by Aimstrong. Nice attempt. Another Panzer IV there, they're almost ready. Jackson good to go here again for Giap, and in fact it's very close to veteran free. At which point he gets a good rate of fire, which is going to be a bit problematic there for Aimstrong's Panzer IVs. Got me more, thinks going to need more armor. Again, he could go for the captain for some anti-tank guns. Would not be entirely a miss. Plus, of course, with the captain, he would get another infantry unit. Oh, that I should consider weapon racks to get out some guns there. But so far, Giap is not really considering either. Got the sniper going for Major. Sherman, who gets a great hit, almost taking out the sniper. A sliver of health. Gets this Major there with an incendiary explosive round. Or be a Backtrungspatronen. We got 296, 121. Giap going for the Eastern victory point. Very good. At this point, I think Giap's going to have to come up with some great maneuver and simply catch Aimstrong off guard to hit some of his weaker units and destroy them, even try and steal the pack forward. He like a deep flank through here could possibly catch some of Aimstrong's forces off guard and wipe them out, at which point he could level the playing field a bit more there versus his opponent. Eastern point, he's got Grenadiers moving up. Got the Panther Force on the move here. Aimstrong making another push for this Vaterland. Jackson, though, ambushes the Panther Force, gets a great hit through the side armor. And there you go, Panther Force going for the Lieutenant here. Got main to at least slightly slow down the bleeding of victory points, but he is still bleeding. Prepared from the fire here. Similar clear pin what Giap's playing. There you go. Jackson had hitting the Panther 4. Very close to the ace level. Very close. Rob's got moving back on the west here. East side, we got something approaching, perhaps a flank here versus Aimstrong. And he's in the fire as Aimstrong's keeping the right flank under observation. With a cluster bomb here against the pack fold and the Panther 4. The Panther Grenadiers. Oh dear, bit of a cluster here of problems, but no, he does manage to go over to see another wipe there on Giap, unfortunately. He does get some in the Panther 4, but nothing critical. No wipes in the units. And there goes Sherman in the fire. Panther 4 takes a hit from the Jackson. Lieutenant moving up the flank here with Greyhound support. And Patrick Champ from flank almost got the Panther 4. There you go. Bazooka fire goes off again. Fails to hit. Jackson needs to be careful. Got ace level on it though. And he gets the Panther 4. He gets the Panther 4. Leaving Aimstrong once more down to just one Panther 4. Pack 40 is also in trouble to get rid of that. He might have a shot. And there you go. Jackson moves up. Great hit on the Panther 4. Panther 4 down to less than half health. Another hit. He almost has the Panther 4 there. He takes out the second Panther 4 there. Aimstrong's going to be a large hole. This could be a huge comeback then. This could be huge opportunity for Giap. Giap's going to go for the still as a pack 4 to be also worried about. Doesn't get it. Pulling back here. Close one there. Aimstrong was narrowly able to save his remaining Panther here versus Giap. Giap needs to grab those victory points. Going from infantry, very good. 13 kills. We got the gunners moving up there. Not enough for the grave. There you go. Got the Sherman supporting here. Back here we got the heavy Panzer go for Aimstrong, deciding that bigger things are needed. Fixing up the Jackson tank destroyer. Purchase will at the center. Heavy Panzerkorps down there for Aimstrong. Schwerer Panzerkorps. Got the center victory point secured. Troops on the west side. Fixing up the Sherman. Greyhound hanging back. Sherman on the move. Pretty quiet there. Sniper got 31 kills. Pretty good work there by Aimstrong. All three took victory points down control of Giap, well, he's soon to be. Going for another Sherman. Very good. He's quickly building a larger force here than Aimstrong. Got 283 versus 72. Going for these victory points. Got the Grand up to deal with that. And the center needs to be careful on that pack 4. Almost got the Grenadiers caught here though. Pack cards are hopefully bombarding. No, it isn't. Grenadier going for the Grenadiers. Could start bombarding the point. I think that'd be a great idea there. It's going to be engaged with the Grenadiers showing up here. Almost got the Grenadiers caught with the Greyhound. But the Grenadiers almost got the point in return. Sherman taking hits here. Grenadiers up on the flank there. Pack cards firing down. Taking a nasty hit out of the Grenadiers. Heavy damage inflicted, and there go Nice got the Panther 4, got Grenadier squad almost taken up with the Grand, but the Grand now is actually easy target here for the Panther 4. Sherman almost on there for Giap. In the center, the assault continues. Grand almost knocked here. Not Grand, but 2-2. But the Grand is taken out in the east by the Panther 4. So much going on here. Giap still has a larger force. He has more tanks than Aimstrong, but Aimstrong is setting up here for the Panther. The Panzerkampfwagen 5. Pride of the Fatherland. And there you go. Sherman number 2 out there for Giap. Reinforcing the paratroopers here. Need to get more fuel. Need to get more forces out. You can even like consider something like the airdrop command group. In a pinch, you can like use them for bazookas here versus the Panther 4s and the Panther. But just get some more infantry and maybe another pack out to help cover the points a bit better. Hard to say here. We've got 260 versus 72. Troops reinforcing. Oh, actually worth noting, actually has gone for the support package in the Panther with his 2 thumbs up. I don't think we've seen him make use of the mark target ability though, but it's actually quite handy to be honest, if used correctly. Bungling there on the path, fighting as they do retreat. Panther falling back here. I think Giap should just fall back now and focus here on the Pang stuff. Gems are moving ahead, they're moving into kill zone. Oh dear, Panther will be into block here, ensuring the Pack 40 can't be overrun and keeping the Shermans at arm's length. The Panther also just arrived, he keeps attacking, he's trying to take out the Panther 4, but he's all lost one Sherman, the other Sherman I don't think he'll make back, and there you go, the Panther arrives, the Sherman is trapped. And his eagerness to take out, and he's Jack's also got his main gun up, but he's eager to take out the Panther 4. He instead ended up being baited into kill zone by Aimstrong. He's able to turn this situation where Giap was actually winning, most likely, into like a defeat that turned against him by just causing him to rush in there. Good lord. Giap might just have thrown the entire match down the drain with that move. Like, he just rushed everything down a small, narrow piece of terrain there, like a bottleneck, which means it's going to be very difficult for the tanks to maneuver properly. He didn't throw down smokes, he just rushed into and tank and whatnot. Plus, I mean, obviously, you wouldn't necessarily expect the Panther, like any other arm, would still have done the same to the Sherman. And now he's just going ahead. We've got another power, airdrop combat group here for Giap, but I don't think it's going to be enough to stop here the Panther. Or the Panther 4. Now he's going for every victory point there at the same time. He could pop assault and hold to grab them fast. I think it'd be a great idea there by Aimstrong. But either way, Giap rather land himself in a bad position with that move. A rather bad position. Panther coming up on the flank. Bazooka fire opening up on them. Second paratroop squad ready. But there you go, Lieutenant Watt's taken out here by the Grenadiers and the Panther 4. Pathfinder go up, there you go. Giap realizes the fight is over, that he kind of threw it there a few minutes ago. And we got a GG there, a win for Aimstrong, a loss for Giap. A brutal fight, then Giap was so close to winning this one. But again, that fateful charge down kill zone alley really just got him into a bad place and allowed Aimstrong to turn this around. So, close one there. Really good maneuvers from both. I think Giap also could have benefited more from some weapon racks like bars and bazookas. I think done great there versus Aimstrong at times, plus more 50 calibers. But in the end, I mean, Aimstrong just played really well. He also made some great maneuvers, then also made things much, much harder there for Giap. So, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I've learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell a friend, tell a family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Dancing. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Until tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.